We are back here waiting for our special guest to join us. Thank you for joining us
We're
back right
back.
away. We're back. I hate this time limitations. Can't IG just let us live though?
Well, I'm grateful for IG because I would not know you. So,
Oh yeah, this is a great point. Like we wouldn't have built a community, right? Like all of our I'm just so grateful for like a little Zoom meetings. Y'all better tune in because you know what a lot about what I do, but you guys also know Big Cities, like you're gonna follow her. I've pinned her already in the page. What I've pinned just now is her website, so you can check that out. But earlier I pinned her page, Beach City Poetess. Go follow her because there's a lot of things going on. You have your sip and recite going on. You also do something with Mr. Wits, the threesome poetry. So yeah, COVID really helped bring us all together, poets, right?
yep, I'm grateful because
I'm super
I
grateful.
wouldn't know Wits and Ja, the brothers. I wouldn't know. I gained. I think I had maybe 300 followers in March,
You see
and I
that?
have over 1,000 followers now.
You see
So,
that?
and
That's
so
crazy.
I
Yeah,
all that since March. Yeah.
yeah, that's really incredible. We've all been able to like create. I told you like how lonely I felt even in not being able to go to open mics anymore and have the
Mm,
diversity of it. And yeah, like
I miss
so
that
being able to have
microphone.
virtual ones is not the same, but it does help because I'm from the States. I'm in Canada, but I'm a States baby, you know?
Right, definitely.
I
I
still
love
need
it.
that energy, but we're not going to keep you longer. We're so grateful for you for joining us this evening. But I want to talk a little bit because you had some pretty interesting insight on numerology and astrology. And I just think that most of us don't understand the benefit or the use of that in our lives. So I
Mm.
wanted to ask you, how can these things, i.e., numerology and astrology, be used um, to better your life? Was there a lesson that you learned?
I learned that these, first of all, numbers are constant, right? The energy and vibration of numbers can't be changed. One is one, whether it's the firstborn, whether you're first in line, the energy and the vibration behind the number is the same. And no matter how big the number, you can always add all the digits until you get one number. So a million is the same as, the same meaning as one, but it just has more lessons with the ciphers behind it or the zeros behind it, right? So numerology was my first esoteric. It helped me understand things like on 7 days, universal 7 days, I might be late. Now, before I knew numerology and I was running late for work, I would panic. I would, make it worse, panicking. But once I understand that with the 7 days, I might be late, which means my boss might be late, which means there's going to be delays somewhere, and I don't have to worry on those days. It made my life easier to look at it in that way. It's not something I have to keep up with every day now. I keep up with my universal year so that I know what's happening for me this year. But now it taught me how to flow with life. And with astrology, astrology is your blueprint. If you wanted, we spend our whole life going, why am I here? What is my meaning? What is my goal? And we come up with something. We're usually living our chart, right? But we don't really understand it if we don't have an astrology reading done or learn how to read our own chart. It gives you a comfort knowing that you're on the right path, right? And it also gives you a comfort understanding other people that come into your life, whether it be lovers, friends, family, children. When you can understand them, I'm a better mother understanding my children from an astrological perspective, and that they're all different. Even I got two Scorpios in the house, but they're very different. And being
Mm-mm.
able to cater to their mind, to their art, to their lessons. I know what their lessons are going to be. I know how hard life is going to come down on them, right? If somebody would have told me I had Saturn in the seventh house in Gemini and that my relationships were going to be really hard and I'm going to marry or date my open enemy, I probably would have taken love differently. No one taught me that, right? So it's a tool to help you in your life. And billionaires, they use astrology. They're not doing, we think they're doing something great and grand. They're not. They're using the tools. They're using, like, if you knew the astrology right now, oh my goodness, you would be happy that you're single if you're single. You would be,
What?
there's some stuff going on the planets right now. Basically, the planets are at war astrologically, right?
Really?
The battle of the sexes and the way we're talking about men versus women and trying to come together right now is all being played out in the planets first. And those planets are pulling this out of us. This time of sitting down, shutting up, and paying attention that we're all in was predicted. It was drawn in the stars first, in the planets first. So COVID was set to happen, but not COVID, but the whole sit down, stay inside, pandemic, all these words that they're using. It was drawn out in and the powers that be, right, that tell us what to do, stay in your house, they know this. So they're using it against us. They're using our technology against us. And they taught us to be afraid of it and to see it as witchcraft or whatever, the boogie hocus pocus stuff, while they use it to make us stay inside during this time so they can do whatever it is they're doing or get more money. Like the money part, right? Think of that part. How much money we're receiving during this time. If you go back to the first pandemic, it wasn't like this. You know what I'm saying? We're still eating good. We got Uber Eats and Postmates and DoorDash bringing us food. Restaurants are still open. Small business loans are being handed out like Girl Scout cookies, right? They were prepared for this. They prepared for this a long time ago. We're behind. So to me, understanding yourself astrologically is the first step. But then understanding that those planets pull on pieces of us. Mercury rules our mind, our creativity. If you know your Mercury, you'll understand how you could write sensual poetry if you wanted to. If you understood your Mars, you would understand your passion and why you may not want to talk about sex, right? So there's so much to understand. Your 10th house represents your business and partnerships that you have in business. Some of us make bad business partnerships because we don't get that reading. We don't get that person's chart and go, okay, let me see how we partner together in business, right? So we would save ourselves from so many pitfalls if we just understood the planets are there to help us. And they're there. It's not like the planets don't exist. You'll be like, I don't believe in astrology. You believe in
Right.
the
Oh, but
moon?
there, yeah, but these are planets in existence. I understand that. That's really interesting work. Dare I not ask a little bit more about numerology, how this plays an even greater role in balancing the two?
So what's your month and date of birth?
05, month of May. 2/1 is the date. 91.
So just a month and day, we have 521, right? So 5 plus 2 is 7 plus 1 is 8. So if we add 8 to 4, we have 12. So this is a year of self-expression for you. This is a year of creativity for you. This is a good year to be doing what you're doing, talking to us. This is a year of definitely talking, definitely a year of art.
Okay, all right. Keep prophesizing. Did anyone just say how you just dropped? She just dropped. Okay, guys.
So if you understand what year you're in, imagine how beautiful it would be to know 2 years ago you started a plan, you started a blueprint, and it was just a blueprint. And maybe you got frustrated at the end of that 1 year and was like, oh, I really wanted to do this. But now you can start seeing the unfolding of that plan, right? And so every year, even in astrology, every year plays into itself. Every number represents every sign, right? Or every house in astrology. So it's around with numerology, the whole house, so you can understand why we need Aries, even though Aries might drive you crazy, or why you need Leos, even though they might get on your nerves. They all play a part and help the whole chart, and it all works together based on their number in the chart. So it's all interwoven, right?
This is really incredible to know, Stephanie. And this is why, again, ladies and gentlemen, you guys are getting a treat exclusive. Because, honey, when she was telling me, I didn't know what to do.
So when you
But it
know you're
makes a
on
lot of sense
track,
because I'm seeing it manifested in my own life. Even when you were talking about like this is a time now, just like that off the cuff, your time for self-expression, and everything. That's exactly what I'm doing in the mindset I've been in, you know? So sometimes your spirit moves you to do things and you're like, where does this come from? But it's all spirituality,
and
like we
and
said.
by the
Yeah.
way, for you, it's mastering self-expression, because as a whole, we're all dealing with 2020, which is two twos, which is a every double digits are master numbers, right? So you're dealing with mastery of self-expression, mastery in communication, mastery in creativity, right? And so once you understand that, oh my goodness, you can really settle. Three is a great year that you can settle into. But we're all mastering our vision this year. We're all mastering something this year. And so once you understand it, instead of going, oh, 2020 is, you go, oh, now I get it. And I got to do this work.
Was I the only one who was a little like perturbed by the fact that like this year, remember how like 2020 kicked off? Like everyone was like ready for an incredible year. Do you remember that?
I was sitting back,
Was that just
laughing.
me?
I was
Or
laughing at
my
everybody. I was laughing at everybody. I was like, yeah, people they like, yeah, I made it. But they don't know what
but
they
it was
made it
crazy
to.
because it was like this for everyone in the world. It was I'm telling you this now, Steph. Like this was like everyone knew 22 was gonna be the year. Like we're
It's
all
my
like,
year.
we're my
They
dreams are
dumped
coming
20,
true.
they
We're about
dumped
to bring it.
2019. They was like dumping 2019 halfway through. Talk about not forget, we gonna get, and then 2020 came and it was like, I made it. Yeah, you made it to this work, love. Come get it. 2020 was like, come get this work.
I'm just so shocked at that because I feel like all that energy that was going around the world, and I say this in a very perhaps strange place, but you know, I was in Senegal at the time and halfway in Paris, like traveling back and forth between Senegal and Paris and then the States, and then I just moved here. Honey, that was like three countries, and everyone in these countries was like, "Yeah, 2020 is gonna be amazing globally." But I think this was like a humility check.
Mm.
Um,
What a beautiful place to be set down at, though. Like, imagine being somewhere else set down for this.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to do what you're doing. There's a freedom that you're having in this space, that you can do what you're doing where you wouldn't have it in a different space. So you got yourself together and got where you needed to be for now, but nothing's permanent. It's like college, right? Oh my God, this is gonna go on forever. It's not gonna be forever. It's gonna end.
Exactly.
So I wanted to talk about self-love too before we move on,
Yeah,
because
I,
that is
I really wanted to ask you that
such.
because you had a great opinion about what I think everyone always wants to know, what does that look like? How do I exercise self-love for myself? What do
Mm,
I do that should be, what does that look like? So yeah, tell us, you know.
oh my
Um
God, I love this question. I created a whole meditation. It's only 24 minutes. 24 minutes to reconnect you to your cells, right? To your cellular structure. And it's the most, it
so
was
are
a,
you gonna share this meditation? Because we can't do it now, but are you gonna like do it on your
I,
live or you just it's just for you or what?
it's a recorded meditation, so anybody can get it from me.
You gonna post it on your page?
I can send it out. So if people want it, it's actually on my website. I think it's like the cheapest
So
thing on my
that's what I
website.
was
It's like
gonna say,
25
guys.
bucks.
If you want to get
Right.
access to this meditation, hit up the website
Yeah.
and or
Or
DM.
just DM me. Yeah.
Stephanie is
So
really open. DM her, honey. This is you're gonna be your life source.
so I'm gonna tell you where this meditation came from. I was
Yeah.
at my mother's house. I had just got dumped by my fiance. I had got evicted from a slumlord out of California, and I'm out on the border of Mexico and Arizona where I have a home. And I didn't want to be there because I never mourned my mother. And I was at her house, living in her room, and I was basically set down by the universe. And when you're set down by the universe, you start to feel everything. And I started feeling lonely. And I said, wait a minute, why am I lonely? What am I missing? I'm missing someone touching me, someone talking sweetly to me, someone waking up and holding me, or just those little things. And I started waking up every day hugging myself. And at first I thought people are gonna think this is really funny. They're gonna think back to the time when we used to see people in the corner like acting like they're making out. But I would stay in my embrace, right? For as long as I could. Before I would get out of my bed, I would just stay in my embrace. And I would talk really sweetly, like, Stephanie, I am so proud of you. I know this is so hard for you to be here. And I'm so proud of you for doing this work. I would talk sweetly, how I would want somebody to talk to me. And I would wake up this way every day, and it began to extend. I would stay in my embrace longer, and I wouldn't want to get out of bed. And then I would go to sleep in my arms, right? And so extending that and talking sweetly and just really being kind to myself, like small little kisses, right? Because even if you are not in a relationship with someone, you might miss kissing. I'm a kisser, you know? So that just touch of your skin to your skin, and that, especially right there on your wrist where it's real thin kind of energy, it's so soothing to
Did
my
I do it right, sis?
now you got to give them lips to it. You know what I'm saying? You got to put some lipstick on there, right?
Oh shit.
You got to put some lipstick on there. Exactly.
I mean, oh, did
But
I just
it's
turn myself on? What's happening?
not even a turn on. It's like it's almost like a self appreciation. And it's gratifying to your lips. It's gratifying to your skin, right? You're not missing it because you're giving it to yourself. We are always looking outside, trying to have someone pull in and give us what we have already here inside of us. If you knew that there were trillions of cells, like you have trillions of cells in your body, your toes don't wake up and be fingers because the cellular structure is coded to be a toe. It loves you so much that it keeps waking up every day doing toe things. So if you knew you had so much love inside of you, you would never look outside for what's already inside of you. And so cell retrieval meditation, which is 24 minutes, teaches you in 24 minutes, and you can repeat it over and over again. I've done it with my children. This is for everyone, just to reconnect. Imagine if we all reconnected to self-love. Oh my goodness. It makes you a better lover. It makes you a better lover. When you're with your love and you're going, oh, Sedelia, I really love you. And I'm so happy you took this time with your boo thing to go on a date. I'm so proud of you. You're thinking that while you're arm in arm with him. I tell you, he pulls closer to you because he feels you pulling away, but you're not pulling away, you're pulling into yourself. Self-love changes relationships. It changes your life. And everybody can attest to relationships that have gone bad. We have given our love out to the point of depletion. And then that relationship breaks and we're lost. Like, I'm looking for love because we're empty of it because we've given it all out. So when you practice self-love, you're never empty. It's always
Replenished.
flowing.
Yeah.
Yes. And remembering to do that when you're with someone is the key. So I've stayed single and I've practiced that. I've been practicing this for about 2 years, almost 3 years now. No, it's been over 3 years. And it's just enhanced. It's just enhanced. It's so it's like so much gratitude for yourself and your cells and your lips that just sip that cup. They're not being, eyeballs, right? They're being lips. Thank you, lips, for knowing that I wanted to wrap around this cup, right? So that's how you can
Okay.
that's how you can practice self-love. You can go to my website or DM me for the really short and really inexpensive cell retrieval meditation, and you can do it. I
Yes,
recommend it
I have
every day.
a brief image of, you offer so many different services. You guys, this website that I've pinned here at the bottom, come get this work. Please go and visit the site. Do I have it right here,
You
Stephanie, at the
do.
bottom?
And
Yeah.
I built it myself. So if there's any issues, just DM me. I built that
No, but
website
yeah.
myself. I do it all myself. So you guys just come through. I love y'all.
Absolutely. You
Miss
guys
y'all.
come through to that because I'm just like what you just said to me. She's giving you a firsthand. We've had an intimate session, low key, a private
Mm,
intimate session.
yes.
And this is what I felt, as soon as I spoke with you and gravitated towards you, I think our first conversation, right? I knew I was like, oh, I'm in this very precarious situation. What do I do? I instantly felt that. Uh, and then I asked you, I was like, I was just talking about the show, but I asked you, like, what do I do? Because I felt that in you. So I'm
I
grateful.
love this comment here, not to cut you off, but spiritual masturbation. It is a self, it's a constant, you're gonna break the pattern of this bastardization that we think about sex with the self-love. Because self-love is a constant orgasmic feeling that you're gonna be in. You know what I'm saying? It's constantly
I
like,
think the
oh,
question I keep asking people is, how do you know when you've truly achieved self love? Is it when you no longer desire that kind of love or a specific love from other people? Or like, how do you, because sometimes you feel like you're doing it, but how do you know you've really reached it, right?
when you reach a point of bliss, no matter what's happening around you, like COVID doesn't affect me. COVID is a quantum leap to me. I see the beauty, the beautiful side in everything that's going on, right? Even the mask we wear. Um, and when I have moments that I'm like, oh, I don't want to wear the mask, I can go back into my bliss. You don't spend a lot of time in thoughts that are not about what you really desire, even if you're not at your bliss yet. Holding, like, if you could hold an image, right, of what your true bliss would be, like where would you be, how you would be living, what car you would drive, all of that has a feeling behind it, right? And if you could push yourself into that feeling and stay there, you'd be attracting yourself to that while staying in it. So no matter what's around you, you wouldn't come out of that feeling of bliss. So I'm in Hawaii right now. You know what I'm saying? I live on the edge of a cliff. I meditate with the sea turtles. I live in Kauai, right? And so I that's the thought that's in my head. I drive a Tesla, right? And I just keep that blissful feeling. I don't think about the things, but I keep the feeling of what it feels like to drive a Tesla, what it feels like to be on that cliff and I hike up there and I hike down to the turtles and I meditate with them and I'm wearing my flowy garments and I keep that feeling no matter what happens. It brings peace to my family. So even my children, they're not going crazy in the other room. My people don't come to my door acting all stupid. It's just it's a peace in my whole environment. And people, they recognize that when they see me online, they wonder what it is. It's self-love. It's nothing that I'm doing but loving myself, right?
I think yes, you're right. There's a lot to be said about that inner peace. I think for me it reflects in when you said a lot of people look at me, what is that? That's self-love. Like I feel the same way. That people look at me and just want to gravitate towards me and everything. But I'm like, that's that internal work that I've done to be happy with where I am and who I am.
Yes.
So I can definitely relate to that. Before we're gonna wrap up, I want you to please, would you mind sharing just one piece with us before we let you go? We're
Do
so
you want a
grateful.
love piece or do you want a nasty piece?
Okay, all right. My followers love me. I go, all right, everybody calm down. That's like my go-to calm phrase when I'm like, hey, erotic, everybody calm down. But you know what? We're gonna do the erotic bit tonight,
Mm,
just to give a little bit of
clutch her
versatility.
pearls,
I do
y'all.
love poems for my guests all day, every day. They're tired of it. Let's go.
Okay, well, we're gonna give her what she wants.
Okay, okay, all right.
I love it. So I always write about food. I guess I love food. So this
Mm.
one is called Service.
Oh, okay.
Panty free. Dress code is 24 hours, 7 days a week. This body stays open. For thee, papi. For you, I be feast. Feast your eyes on me. This meal comes in multiplicities. Meat perfectly tempered. Seasoned just how you like, melts in your mouth. All you can eat, pretty, pink. No napkins needed. I laid down an entire sheet under this spread. The menu's filled, have me your way. Fill your plate. I be server. Servant of scrumptious sensations making you salivate. Second servants be slurpy, sloppy, O's non-stopping. Slip me tu lengua. Slide me, swirl that curve of your tongue around that piece of sweet meat. I be delicacy. Take time, devour me delectably, licking, darting over, down, up, in different directions. Oh shit. This tablecloth's covered with what's also covering your chin. Thigh pieces weaken. You adjust your grip. Deep dive inside, pen down, wriggling meat. Nowhere to escape. Plate set to break, spilling juicy pan drippings. I'm busting. You grab hold of both hands, making it so I can't push myself away from this table.
Hmm.
This spot is my favorite. Take everything you ordered. Devour me to marrow. Throw that whole bone in. Dessert is served. It's my favorite. Chocolate, nuts, stirring up whipping cream. Meet my lips with dessert's tip. I sample a bit. You kiss cream stain from my mouth while filling my bowl with your concoction. And it's socket to me chocolate covered banana pudding. Fe- Feeding me slow measured spoonfuls. In, out, in, out. My bowl stays full. Hot chocolate melting over bananas peel. As you prepare to tip your server, you're always a big tipper, leaving your table messy, broke down in pieces. Server drenched in chocolate nuts, drowned in cream. Thank you. Please come again. Service. You okay?
No, I'm not. You know, I get stressed out. Hello, sorry. Hello, waiter. Waiter, don't come. No, I can't.
I love it. I love it.
Honey,
She
you already
said
know
the
how your
P
poems
word.
make me feel. I,
That's the key with erotic poetry. It does hit those spots. It makes you wanna, get off your celibacy thing,
but
but
again, the
keep doing that
tastefulness
thing.
of it, like I don't like just any erotic poem.
Yeah.
I need because I want to tap into those parts of myself, but I need
Yes.
them to be done in a way in which I can identify with, you know?
Yeah.
And so for
Well,
me, you are a way, it's very feminine, like sexual nature in the very classic is a part of femininity.
we're teaching that. Wits Ja and I have a poetry threesome writing workshop to
Okay.
help people write their erotic, sensual love poems in a tasteful way or in a different way that's just not F bombs and P bombs and D bombs, where they can
Yeah.
really use metaphors and imagery to describe it.
It's
So,
that's part of why I love the poetry because it's still poetry. Like, you know, if we're just talking about eroticism, normally I would be
mm,
like, right? But the art how could I not appreciate the language? I'm a poet, you know?
right,
The language
exactly.
and the beauty of it. I don't care what your taste is. If you cannot appreciate any specific genre, it's because maybe the language is lacking or that's, you know what I mean?
Right, definitely.
So I love it. That's why I'm like, okay, okay, I see y'all. Okay, y'all be doing it. But that was incredible. Thank you so much for sharing that with
Thank
us.
you. And thank you for
We've
having me.
we've
I
kept
appreciate
we've
it so
kept you on here
much.
long enough. I'm sure a lot of the people had some really butterflies. Yeah, you had butterfly moments tonight. We had butterfly moments tonight for sure.
Well, I appreciate you so much and thank you for this platform. Thank you to everyone that watched or catches the replay. If you need
Yes.
any help or any assistance, especially in this time, if you are one hemorrhaging in the spiritual ER, please don't hesitate to contact me. I am doing, I
I
call
was gonna ask
energy.
you your last words, but you got it.
I am doing energetic. I'm intuitive, so I'm showing you that I am intuitive.
Absolutely.
I'm doing energetic protesting right now, so people can go to my site if they see something that they need, they can DM me, and I'm giving away a lot of things. We're doing belly dance, and I have about 8 women that come dance twice a week on Zoom with me. Yeah, as a gift. And so I'm not charging my usual fees for for my energetic protest. It's my way of protesting what's been going on. So yeah, you guys
Honey,
follow
you
me.
told me we're about to have some belly dancing. What is this going to be on a Zoom video call?
Yeah, we do. We belly dance Sundays and Thursdays. So Kendra, Ramadan, there's some people in here that are part of it's a belly dance tribe. Because I wanted a tribe of sisters. And I've been belly dancing for 11
Honey, you
years.
better give me because I'm about to hey
We gonna add Fidelia to our tribe, ladies. And
hey.
Thursday we'll be dancing 6:30 p.m. your time. So if you can make it, come through, dance with
Honey,
us.
I'm gonna come check it out, honey,
Yeah,
because I
it'll
love
be fun.
that.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We do a lot of isolations, which is very sweaty, and then we do some dancing every time so that you can feel like you took those movements and you dance them and you kind of start making them
Yes.
yours. So
Okay.
it's a
So I
lot of
didn't
fun.
even okay. See, this is the beauty of the show. You don't even know you're about to get belly dancing classes and you have them. I don't
Yes.
understand.
So definitely come through. Ladies, come through. Men, I'm sorry. This is a ladies' tribe. We are dancing together. It's
We need it.
private, and we want to feel free to come how we want to dance and dress and just have a good time
Sure.
building. And we will have a goddess rites of passage at the end of this, maybe the beginning of 2021, where we'll because I feel like belly dance brings you to that goddess self, and so we'll have a rites of passage for everybody that can come and show. Like we'll do a choreography and all that good stuff. So it's gonna be fun.
I think I'm really excited about that. Thank you so much for including me in that. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys. I'm gonna come back on the show and give you guys a review of this because I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be bomb. But I definitely want to be a part of it. I need my sisters. I need that tribe. I need
Mm,
that sisterly tribe.
yes.
Again, thank you so much for joining us this evening, Stephanie. You guys follow Beat City Poetress. You can see her handle in the upper left hand corner of this live, right? It should be up here somewhere, right?
Yep.
I know
That's
IG
it.
is changing their platform. Did you see IG trying to do new things? Did you see them?
That's why it don't work right no more. All these new changes. Oh,
They're
they driving
trying
me
to get,
crazy.
yeah, they're trying to get it together.
They
It's
trying to compete with
understandable.
Zoom.
Well, it's a market that they each have to try and understand the new age that we're in with COVID. They're adapting too. Every company is adapting to what's happening.
Yeah. Somebody are behind the ball because they didn't do it first.
Yeah, no, yeah. Forget IG. They saw us recreating and doing amazing things like the show. And they're like, oh, we better get up on it. All right, everybody calm down.
Businesses are paying a lot of money for Zoom, so they trying to
Yeah,
get that
yeah,
money.
facts. They're always in competition. Anyways,
I love you. I appreciate
I
you. I
love you
honor
too,
this,
sis. I'm
the
so grateful
goddess
to
in
be on the
you.
show tonight. We're gonna wrap
Yay.
this up. We're again, please follow B City Poetry. She'll have her handle, and this is her website here in the bottom, pinned in the comments. Come get this work. I will leave this up as I put in the closing graphics. I'm gonna exit beach out. We're so grateful for you. Merci, ma
Thank you.
belle. See you soon.
Thank you.
All right, guys. We're closing out for the night. What an incredible show. Thank you all for tuning in and for joining us tonight on the Sedelia Njai Show. I am your host, Sedelia Njai. See you next Tuesday.